Kia ora, dear listener or viewer, and welcome back to Zealand. Fair warning, Zealand is set within a post-apocalyptic world, and so we will be exploring some of the darker natures of humanity. If you are squeamish or the idea unsettles you, please take your chance now to walk away. For now, we return to Zealand.
Kia ora, guys, gals, and legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back to Zealand. This is Season 4, Chapter 1. In the last, our survivors lost one of their own, Scott perishing after surviving a day that not many people could have actually survived, coming up against orcas, bats, and people that wanted to eat him. In the end, Scott succumbed to an unknown fate, passing away as he was wheeled up a hill, leaving your home, a home that for some of you it's been your home for 5 years now. Well, not quite, close to 5 years. You've wheeled him up along this hill, heading up in the direction of Pakri, heading to somewhere that's close to Jake. The black smoke still billows up from the MDC, from Goat Island. The sun is low, but you can still catch it against the contrasting skyline. And there's just the slightest bit of rain that's starting to fall. As the light starts to dim, you push along a rocky and grassy road, not maintained for many years, in a somber mood with not many speaking, just falling in line, keeping your eyes out towards the hills around you. The images that Dan and Nick you saw while you were up on top of that hill, just the number of dead that was shambling towards your home. There's still like a part of you that feels like you're being followed, that is still with you. You carry along with two trolleys filled to the brim with as much as you could have grabbed before you left. Whatever other supplies you have on your back, broken, battered, bruised, you continue along the road, pushing forwards. Jake, where is it that you intend to take these people?
My old home.
All right. It's been a while since you've been there. You've been there once. And that was during the bit of a skip that we had. But it's been a while longer since you've been back. So you don't know the condition of the place, but it's perhaps some form of safety with the sun setting, with light dissipating. You push on. The rain starts to come down a little heavier. Some of you have your eyes up, others eyes down on the road ahead of you. I need everyone to roll a perception check for me.
Good enough, we've got lights.
How do we kill it?
Yes. This is just flat.
Do you have Nick's skills?
His perception's very high.
Okay, so I got a wonderful 98, so it's fail from me, but Nick got a 62.
Okay.
27 pass.
27 pass?
89 fail.
Okay, alright, and what was your story, Scott?
35 pass.
35 pass. Okay, alright, so, I mean, the two of you fail, but the others, beneath the kind of pattering of the rain and just the turning caster wheels on these carts that are just kind of grinding along the road, there's a sharp sound. And Dan, it sets your hair on the back of your neck just on end. You hear it once, you weren't quite sure what it was, but then it follows up again. It sounds like barks. Not howls, not screams, barks, short and sharp. 3 in succession. And it sounds distant. You can hear this as well, as can Nick. And those that can hear just kind of stop for a second, noticing that they heard something in the distance as thunder rumbles off on the side.
We tell roughly a direction on them?
At the moment, you're kind of heading, winding up the road towards the north. This is coming more from the west, off towards your left as you're making your way up along this ridgeline.
So are we on Runny Road yet, or still on Parky Road?
Oh, sorry, that's the north that way. It's coming from east. It's coming from southeast. It sounds like. Yeah.
So
yeah.
where we came from?
Kind of in the direction that you came from. Yeah. And it's just kind of echoing throughout some of the depressions and valleys in this region. You just kind of hear it coming on the wind occasionally. Just these short, sharp barks. Listening for a little bit longer, as everyone else is kind of carrying along, you're able to detect that it's not just one source, that there's another set, and it seems to be coming from a slightly different direction.
Does it sound like it was all coming from one direction and then just split off?
No, rather you started hearing another set coming from. Yeah. And I say set meaning just a distinctive set of sounds.
Hope that's them hunting the horde and not following us.
Hope they're not part of the horde.
We just grab what we can out of the trolleys and just go. These are quite noisy. I doubt anyone's going to come and steal them.
You suggest leaving these here?
Grab what we can and go.
We should at least push them onto the side of the road. Have them out of sight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the grass will be long enough to hide in.
Come back for them in the morning.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
You push trolleys over towards the side, and you see Jen, who's been pushing Scott's wheelchair, his body now covered with a parka that's been laid to rest over him. She pushes him to the side. She doesn't put him in the long grass. She doesn't put him in the long grass, no. But the trolleys are pushed off towards the side, and a tarpaulin is pulled out from there and just kind of strewn over the top. It's a green tarpaulin, so it blends in pretty well with the trolleys. Does anyone want to actually try and disguise them at all, or is this just like a quick effort?
Depends on how long it would take to try something.
The grass will be pretty long, but I mean,
I'll just try and if there's a bush or some flax or something, just push them into that rather than.
Okay, all right.
sorry, so
Yeah.
did you say she's putting a tarpaulin over Scott?
No, a
sorry.
parka. There's a parka
yeah.
just like kind of over him.
Tarpaulins over the trolleys.
Oh, there's a
sorry,
tarp. Yeah, tarp over the trolleys. Yeah,
Okay.
we haven't tarped Scott yet.
Wrap them up, throw them in a ditch. Well, that's done.
Trolleys are pushed away. You can see that Philip, the youngest of the children, that's quite often forgotten for all of season 3, but remembered now. He kind of holds at the trolleys for a second, knowing that there's something in there he wants, but Lulu pulls him back to the road, and you all convene together again and start pushing further down along the road. These sounds, everyone now able to notice them, just kind of seem to be coming from both sides of you now. along this ridgeline, and it quickens your pace. You start to pick up speed. Without the trolleys, you're moving quieter than you were before, and you carry on along this road as fast as you can with Scott, but with the quickened pace.
Just to check, we did grab as much as we could.
On your backs. Oh yeah, you guys were already locked and loaded. Like, there's quite a few, like, backpack on the front, backpack on the back type thing. With the quickened pace, though, you hear something tumble behind you. A slight depression in the road, a pothole. The wheel of Scott's wheelchair is caught, and Scott's come tumbling out, dropping down on the road. Nick runs over to try and help bring him back up and looks to Jake. Jen is trying to get him back up and into the wheelchair, trying, and just kind of pulling against him, and you can just see that even with the rain that's coming down, you can see that her eyes are red and there's fresh tears on her face as the two of you, Nick and Jake, you attempt to push and pull and get him back up into the wheelchair.
Once they join the group, I'm gonna be at the back of the group, keeping an eye out behind us.
Okay, all right. As you do, you see that Scott brought back up into the wheelchair. You see that he's safe. You look over the group and you go to start scanning the area, but something doesn't quite sit right with you. You look back over the group, the numbers that you have with you, and someone's missing.
Thought you were going to say went up for a second there.
Goat's man.
Yeah. Not quite Goat Man. There's not an extra. Someone's missing.
We've lost a few. We've lost someone.
Quick count up.
The rest of you look around.
The kid, is it?
It doesn't take long to notice. It becomes quite obvious who's missing. Skulk.
Dun dun dun.
He's not in place.
Oh.
He's not there.
Oh, see ya.
He was with you. He's been with you this entire time. But as you start looking around, he's not with you.
I'm gonna pull out all the walkie-talkies that we got. I'm gonna try and radio Skull. Skull, you still with us? It's no response. We're missing Skull.
He knows where we're going. You can catch up.
Cool. Fine by me.
You know where we're going? We would have said.
It was clear as to where you were going.
Yeah. I mean, like the actual address, though, not like,
After-
we're going to Jake's place, going to ask a local. Hey, what's
After
Jake?
the resurrection attempt on Scott had failed,
Yeah.
you did bring up that you had somewhere that might be nice.
Yeah.
And with that, Skulk, would you please leave the table?
And the building. And don't come back.
Thank you for coming out. It's been fun. See you around. See you later.
All right. Wow.
Now all the dead weight's gone.
Yeah.
Wait, no, he's still here.
God damn it. So, you don't wait?
How
you
far
keep
are we
leaving?
from where we ditched the carts at this point?
Oh, you're still right by
still
them.
right.
You're still
Okay.
right by the carts, yeah. I mean, they're not right by, they're within sight. They're further down the road.
Can Nick perceptionize footprints?
That's going to be investigation. He can attempt to track. Yep, it's going to be minus 20.
25.
25?
Fail. I think the investigate is.
Investigates 33.
I don't have that.
So minus 20. So, no. Unfortunately, that is a fail. He doesn't have fantastical investigation. He has good perception, so he does start to, upon you saying, can you see anything, any tracks, anything, he does start searching, he starts looking around, looking on the ground. While he's doing this, though, you can hear those barks getting slightly louder.
I really don't like the sound of those. If Skull's going to catch up, he'll catch up. Otherwise,
Which are you going?
we're going to keep moving.
Yeah.
I agree. We have children on the road. We should not leave them here for long.
Yep.
It's rock and roll.
Okay, who's leading this? I'm assuming you,
Yeah.
because you kind of know where you're going.
I'm in
Okay.
the back of the group.
It's been a while since you've walked these roads. and it's familiar, but it's changed over the years that you've been away, that you've been travelling with Nick. The roads have degraded. In parts, some areas have kind of been washed over and just not cleared. It would be difficult to drive along some of these roads, but walking, you all don't have too much trouble. After a little while, some of the kids do get a little bit more tired. Elsa and Philip get a little bit more tired, and Lulu's carrying one and Frank's carrying the other. The rain still coming down, a little bit heavier now. Scott's still covered by Jen. Sometimes you have to work together to help lift him and his wheelchair over some of the debris that's on the roads. You continue on. Not seeing any cars, any signs of life that were there before. Until eventually, Jake, you end up on a much more familiar road. A road that leads to home. You march along it. One set of the barks sounding a little bit more distant. And they're not constant, it's just occasional.
Do the barks sound familiar to like the hairless dogs kind of thing that you heard?
When you've heard them before, it's been more of a howl almost.
These are more barks.
These are sharp, short barks.
Chihuahuas.
Once you make it onto this road, you start heading up towards the driveway that will eventually lead down towards your home. I need everyone to roll perception for me again, and this is going to be minus 20. This is difficult.
87 for me, 54 for Nick.
Okay, is 87 a pass for you?
No, it's fucking well failed.
Okay, and Nick was
54.
54. Okay, that's a pass for Nick.
5 pass.
All right.
41 fail.
Okay. All right, Nick and Dan. It's great because you've actually been hearing and noticing everything today. In between the barks, you could swear that you heard a long but high-pitched whistle. And this didn't sound like it was off to the left or the right. This sounded like it was coming from behind you. Off a ways, but perhaps further down the road. Only you and Nick notice this, and Nick does kind of look around. We need to keep moving.
What do you hear? See?
Someone, something. Haven't seen anything. Just heard.
I think that was Scott.
Maybe. If he's in trouble, he's put himself in trouble.
Do you think those dogs... Great Barrier?
I don't know.
He's leading them to us.
Why he wouldn't. Why would he do that?
He called them in last time. He was the reason they showed up.
He's never been to your place before, right?
No.
He doesn't know where it is. We should go fast then.
Agreed.
You continue to make your way across the road.
Do you like me? Yes? No.
Further still, until eventually you start winding down a long driveway. A driveway that's almost completely overgrown. Any gravel now beneath a bed of grass and weeds that have just sprung up all around this area. Could I get everyone to roll a perception check for me? This is going to be No, he's probably still going to pass it. This is minus 40. This is
Right, so I need to
this is
roll a 9 or
difficult.
below.
I mean, you could always crit, you know.
Oh, yeah, to that.
Not a 9?
That's a 20.
I have -3, so I'm gonna fail regardless.
I got mildly happy thinking it was a 2, but it wasn't.
Okay.
Oh, was it -40?
Minus 40.
That's 15.
Oh.
For Nick, that is obviously not me.
Oh, vibes!
I'm glad I didn't use the sigil because I would have failed by 1.
Okay. To most of you, it's very clear that no one has been here in months, if not years. This is incredibly overgrown. But Jake, you do see, Nick kind of just gives you a little bit of a nudge. And he just points down, kind of just off toward the side of the main path, in between some of these longer weeds that have grown up. He points down, and there's a boot print.
Just one?
One that's more visible.
Yeah. I mean, like, not just like a single, but like...
Not just like a single giant Godzilla.
Yeah.
No, it just seems slightly more visible. And kind of looking, yeah, I mean, it's difficult to tell. You're like, maybe someone could have passed through there. But it is difficult to tell.
Just as we're going down the driveway.
As you're going down the driveway.
Alright, let's go.
Does it point down the driveway? Just as a...
Oh, going down? Yes, it's not like horizontal to or anything. Or, yeah.
Looks like someone else has been here. Or someone else is here.
Do you guys, should we go in first to just clear the place? One of us stays back.
Have we heard the barks behind us recently?
No, we need to get into a place.
Still seems kind of distant.
Yeah.
Again, it's getting a little bit harder to pick it out because it is starting to rain a little bit more, and that ambient light is really starting to die now. It's getting to that really difficult time to see where it's not quite fully dark, but there isn't enough light to see by.
Yep.
As we're moving
Twilight.
as we're moving towards the house, I'm swapping my big gun for the hunting rifle.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get out my
and-
crossbow.
And I'll go in front and stand next to the door, pretty much basically doing what I've been taught about for sweeping the sweeping place by the police. So I'm by the door and I point to you to sort of open it.
Alright. Guns last resort.
Yep, absolutely.
Are there any other homes down along this driveway?
No.
There
There
aren't
are, so you got driveway here goes down
Yeah.
to where I live, and then there's another driveway right next to it.
Yeah.
That does go down further, and there's 3 houses down there.
Okay. All right, but yours is the first one along, right?
Well, the separate
Yeah.
driveways, yeah.
Yes,
Although
yeah.
there is the back paddock, which does connect to the other driveway, which then leads down to those 3 other houses.
Okay. All right. You start to make your way further down this driveway, trying to be as cautious as you can. You can see that Nick's just got his bow out. Jen is having a hard time moving Scott down this this very overgrown path, and Frank's trying to help out, like just carrying like the front of the wheelchair, lifting him over where it's needed.
What kind of driveway? Is it gravel or...?
Grass right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much grass. Yeah, the gravel is well beneath.
It was gravel, yeah, but just
Yeah.
like grass
Then
now.
I'd want to be following behind them, just trying to kick out any tyre tracks that it's carving through the...
Okay. Yep.
Just so we're not leaving a
Yeah.
solid tyre path down the grass.
Yeah. The kids are all very, very close around Lulu at this point as you continue to make your way down. The barks that you were hearing before, they don't sound as separate as they did before, but they sound a little bit more distant, and that almost brings like a slight sigh of relief to you. You continue further down until eventually, in the dim light, Jake, your home is in sight. And it won't take much perception to notice a slight glow coming from inside. Just a dull orange that seems to like flicker almost. Not strobe, but just flicker slightly.
Looks like we got company.
Everyone stop.
You're all kind of gathered around.
So we got the shed over there.
Mm-hmm.
Send like all NPCs that way. And yeah, all right. We'll go up. Nick and I will sneak around.
Do you want me to stay alone or stay close by? Obviously, last resort, but if shit goes sideways.
Yeah, I mean, stay sort of long so you can sort of keep an eye on the other group, but we'll
I'm going to
I'd say stay outside. Watch backwards behind us, so if we need you, you're not too far.
Yeah, if anyone comes. Although, make sure you confirm your target, because remember, Skulker's around.
well.
Maybe he deserves a bullet, maybe he doesn't.
So swapping guns to my silenced one, big one. I'll move off the main part that we're going to.
Yeah.
Find a spot where I can have the shed in sight,
Yeah.
the house in sight, and behind us the way we came in.
So you just move like off to the right hand side, and you just kind of get yourself down. You know, there's a little bit of
ghillie suit.
Yeah, there's a little bit of earth that you can kind of just like rest on, and like once you're in there, once you're laid down and in this darkness, no one would see you there. They'd just walk straight past you. You're just in amongst the long grass, the weeds, and they're just kind of brushing up slightly against your face as you're trying to stay focused, looking down this, and you can just see like this slight glow that's coming from one of the windows.
So I'm going to look through my scope into that window. Do I see anything moving past the light, or sort of obscuring the light at any time?
But you do see a curtain just kind of flapping in and out of the window. It's clear to you that the window has it's a broken window, and there's curtains just.
So my radio is next to my weapon.
Just off towards the side.
Yeah, to the side, and I'm looking down sides, and I'm effectively just gonna sit there and wait for these guys to do their thing.
Okay. You're looking out, and you're just kind of like, you've got the shed out of your other eye, just looking out towards that way.
Every now and again, I will so I'm keeping my ear out for things, anything coming from behind us.
Yep.
You
feel a little bit more comfort knowing that while you've been walking down here, it's been very crunchy.
Yep.
So it would be quite difficult for someone to sneak up on you.
Yep.
So there's a little bit of comfort at least.
Pretty shitty perception.
So Jen, Lulu, the kids, and Frank start to move over towards the side, towards the shed that you've kind of motioned them towards. They start making their way down there. Jake, there's no vehicles here.
Nick and I will sneak up.
Okay. Dan, what's your position?
Missionary.
I'm going to move up towards the front of the house and just wait for as they sneak around.
Okay.
Try to still be quiet, but I'm not going to follow them around the back. I want to be ready to move in through the front.
All right. I need Jake, Nick, and Dan to roll stealth checks to me.
You can just sit on
12 past me, 67 past for Nick.
Very nice.
48 past. Really close for Nick, though.
Very
Nick.
nice. Very
70
nice.
stealth.
What's this?
Vedant, could you pass me those dice just for a second?
Gunshots everywhere.
Your successes again?
12 for me, 67 for Nick.
Okay. All right.
Nuke goes off in the distance.
You start moving in. Slowly but surely, you and Nick staying together. He's got his bow out. You've got throwing knives at the ready?
Throw my grapples.
Yeah. Yes. You start staying low, kind of crouch walking through this weedy grass. Sometimes the boot getting caught, but just able to free it and just kind of move your way through. You're all moving quietly. Sounds quiet. You feel quiet. Dan, you're a little bit further back. As you start moving down towards the property, you do see that orange glow inside, just something pass by it. pass back.
Ghosts. Ghost man.
Guys, we got
An extended shadow inside cast. You're not able to make out much detail from it, but something passed in front of the light.
Really the rock salt.
Keep sneaking around further to the back door. Or an open window or something.
Okay. Start moving around. As you are. You're staying a little bit further back than those two,
Yeah,
but
so,
not following around.
As they start heading around towards
Yeah.
the back door, I break off and head towards the front.
Okay.
And just
All right.
hang there and listen and sort of.
Roll a perception check for me.
35 pass.
Okay. You can't make out what's being said, but you can hear a voice inside speaking. Slightly hushed tone. Sounds male.
Goatee. Glasses. Ball.
the undead Scott.
Not familiar sounding, I assume.
Doesn't sound like Skulk, yeah.
Try and just edge slightly closer to the window and just keep listening, see if I can catch anything in particular.
Okay.
But mostly stay relatively where I am, waiting for these guys around the back. I don't want
Alright.
to give myself away to catch anything.
Yourself and Nick get closer. Dan, waiting, attempting to listen. V, you're keeping an eye out in the area around. And the others are waiting off towards the side. You quietly make your way around the back of the property towards the back door. You recall when you've been here in the past that there was a struggle here. That windows were broken before. But you left the place as best as you could. You start to make your way towards that back door. Nick, closely behind you. What's your intention?
I'd send Nick a little bit away, so he can get a good shot with a bow, and I go, if you take a shot, just go for an arm, not a leg. If we all got to run, don't want to have to carry another guy.
Okay. Alright, just give me a signal. What works for you?
Hate these. Hate going on these on the frickin'
Shoot?
in the moment. Yeah, just
Shoot.
shoot.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Okay.
Did someone say shoot?
Nick
Minigun opens fire from the middle.
Nick starts to disappear into the long grass.
Thanos.
And Jake, you're close to the home now. You think you can hear some voices inside as well. Voices.
Voices.
How many?
Could be. Or it could just be one person talking to themselves.
Which I guess wouldn't be that weird at this point, after being alone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck it, a knock.
You knock.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. But and then I'll
Giving you guys an earthquake.
and then I'll sort of move away and sort of hidden a bit, but actually able to sort of jump
Yeah.
out of the way, not standing in the doorway, you know? So I can jump off the deck and be hidden.
You hear this knock, and you hear the voices inside just stop. Still unable to actually break down what's being said because it's just kind of hushed. It sounded like a whisper. It sounded like it could have been one person that was having a one-way conversation, but it definitely sounded like a human voice to you. It just stops all of a sudden.
Movement past the globe.
Yeah, you start to see slow movement, and you can hear inside through this kind of broken window just this, like a creak of a floorboard. You start to see, is it a door handle? It's a door handle.
Yeah, let's go for that.
You see the handle start to turn on the outside. And it opens.
What do I see?
You see a face stick out. It's covered, wearing what looks to be like a parka over the top of their head, and some kind of mask over their face with a breather down here, a filter mask at the bottom. But their eyes are covered. It's still very, very dim. It's difficult to make out full shape. But they step out. You see, as they do step out, they're carrying something in their hand, this person. It looks like a case, a pelican case, like what you have used to store things in before. They step out. Doesn't seem like they have noticed you yet. Were you standing like right by the door?
No,
or
no,
just
no.
like...
I moved away sort of in the shadows, but
Okay.
also so I could just, if someone came out from gun, I could just jump off the deck and they wouldn't have hit me.
You see that they're illuminated slightly inside by this orange glow that's coming from the interior, cutting a bit of a silhouette. With the little you're able to make out in the light, does look like they have some kind of protection on them. Just seeing like little glints and stuff like that. But overall it seems to be covered by this parka, this raincoat. Hello?
It's like I'm freezing here. Gosh. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just clear my throat.
Okay.
But just
Nope. You see another hand get raised, and it looks like they've got something in their hand. You see just like a dull red, like of an LED.
hold up.
If you're planning to try and rob, kill, or worse, no. It's not going to happen.
Just looking for shelter.
As I hear that voice, I want to creep up towards the broken window, so I'm right next to the window, ready to
Okay.
jump through.
You try to kill me, try to hurt me. This here is released. When I do, it's not good for you, not good for anyone.
I'll just step out into where you can see me, put my hands up, and I'll slowly just put my knives away.
Come out into the light a little bit.
Yep.
Looking like a very interesting individual with your firefighter helmet on, your camouflaged fire gear effectively. What do you want?
Place to stay. We just got run out of home.
How many is we?
I don't have count. We ran. This is my home.
Fuck off.
I can show you the photos.
This isn't yours.
This is my family's home. We're just looking for a night stay, and then we're on our way.
What's your family?
Lawton.
You see what they're holding in their hand. You see it just kind of move down to their side, and this kind of move down slightly as well.
Skull's gonna like this guy.
Where did you come from?
The Marine Reserve, God Island. We were hit. We were hit hard. Burnt to the ground.
Case goes down on the ground. Wait here. Case stays there. You hear movement inside, and that orange light inside starts to shift. A lantern is produced. You can see a little bit more. There is a shimmeriness to the chest plate that's over the front of this person. You can see they're wearing some kind of like a ballistics helmet with goggles out the front and a breather over the front, hood over the rest. You mind taking that off? Show me your face.
Take it off. Helmet.
You start to take it back. Lantern gets dropped on the ground, placed on the ground. As the filter mask is pulled down
Scott Dugdale.
and the goggles are pulled back, you see a scar, a deep burn scar on the side of this person's face. This side. Part of the lobe missing. Almost a hole in the side of the cheek. Clean shaven, hair short. Scott Dugdale. Standing.
Down right there.
Standing in front of you. And you hear movement inside. And another figure appears beside him. With that, can you guys come on up?
No way. Is. Ha! I asked.
You lied!
Over here.
Thought you would.
I was wondering why the computer was set up.
Explains everything.
Oh wow! Okay, didn't see that twist coming. Did not see that one coming.
And next to Dugdale,
Surprise, motherfuckers!
taking off his headgear and his filter mask as well. You see, well, one of you recognise, Nick's not here, two of you recognise his brother.
Fucking hell. Twist of the century.
For you, a gift.
I'll take that back. It's been
Scott.
5 long years.
Richard.
Long time no see.
Fuck.
How many of you made it?
A few. Not too many. Most of us. Get now.
A few, not too many. All of us.
All of us. All of us.
Except for Scott.
All the important ones.
It's safe inside here. If you've got other people, bring them in. Yeah, it's just us. No surprises. No tricks. It's just me and Rich.
We just got here like a few hours ago, really.
Alright, we'll catch up soon. We'll get everyone inside.
Alright,
So just so you know,
I was like, since I wasn't
I don't
here.
know if you're listening, but Nick's sort of behind with his bow, whether he sees them or not.
And Long on the other side of the house for whatever reason.
But I'll just call it through. But like, it's all safe here. Dan, go get everyone, bring them over here. These people are friends.
I almost looked at him. I said, "It's fucking around."
It's going to be hard to stop that.
Yeah, fucking hell. No, I'm gonna go to the barn where shed
Yeah,
where everybody else is, and I'm gonna gather them all up and bring them.
That's England, your fortune.
Right, so you two then see out of the shed. Is it like around the corner of the house, or is the shed visible from the front porch?
No, it's a little walk away.
Okay, but I mean, okay, so from the darkness, you see a fair few people approach. 2 older women, a younger, about mid-20s, women, 3 kids.
Sorry, just a slight before, because obviously they're bringing Scott's dead body. I would like to sort of warn him.
Because I was about to get to.
He's like, "Oh, Scott, you're in a wheelchair." Scott.
I just got the lantern up at this stage, just lighting the back porch.
Yeah.
Oh, front. Sorry,
Yeah,
front.
okay. In that case, yeah. I was about to say go check the front. I go check the front doors unlocked, but Scott's already there.
Okay. Then you see these 2 fine gentlemen. I think 3 kids? 2 kids?
Three kids.
3 kids, because Philip's there.
Yeah. He's
Your
most certainly
Your
there.
mate.
Huh?
Your mate's good.
Good times. And then, who's pushing the wheelchair?
Jane.
Jane. Then you see this 20-something woman. She's pushing a wheelchair, and there's a gaunt figure lying slumped over in a cupboard in a parka. And of course, everyone's fully laden with backpacks. They are absolutely. You can see everything that they have is carried on. They're absolutely laden down with everything. So they don't really walk to the front porch. You trudge in the rain towards the house. And you were going to say to Doug.
Yes, as I guess we're coming, I sort of guess it would come to my head. Go, we didn't all make it out of there. Scott, he got hurt a couple of days ago. He made it. He made it out, but he just didn't make it here.
A couple of days ago?
It was only a couple of days from Scott.
This morning.
No, I mean sorry, from Scott getting shot.
Oh, Scott
on the
getting
boat.
shot.
On the boat.
Oh yeah, that was yesterday.
No, that was
because this
a
is
week
like
ago.
Oh, it was a week ago.
Yeah.
It was a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
Because we took a whole week for all of us to recover from that, I think.
Yeah. Sorry, sorry. A week ago. We were.
I'm sorry that. Yeah. I wasn't expecting to find. I wasn't expecting to find anyone, so.
I only just got back here.
So you weren't on Little Barrier?
We went. We all went there.
I didn't go on for long.
Yes. I guess everyone in and then out of the rain, and then we'll have a catch up.
Okay. Do you do anything? Okay. Do you tell Doug Dale that it is Scott in the wheel? Because he's coming in a park.
Sorry. Yes. Specifics. Yes.
Okay. So as everyone trudge inside, do you do anything when Jen rolls in this figure in a wheelchair? Do you do anything, or do you just let her
No,
pass in?
I'll Can I see him?
She hesitates for a second and sort of looks towards Jake. Sort of questioning. You can see she's a bit uncertain about this.
She would have met Scott, eh?
5 years ago, for about 2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
And not with a hole in your face.
And I had bandages and everything on my face back then. I didn't have the.
Jen, this is Scott's first wife.
His first true love.
Yes.
No, that was the sea.
God damn.
But so she looks, because I mean, like you're saying right next to her.
Yeah.
She looks.
I don't know if you remember that Scott. He came with us to Little Barrier and then dished us.
There's not quite a flicker of recognition, but more something of just resignation type thing. Like, okay, I'll do it. And she just lifts the parka slowly from Scott, and he looked absolutely nothing like you remembered. Of course, older, more hair in some places, less hair in other places. Massive weight loss over the past 5 years, and absolutely covered in blood and bandages. The only reason why you know this is Scott is because they told you it was Scott. At the moment, it could be, Joe Bloggs down the road. You wouldn't have a clue. Just the amount of change that's happened since you last saw him.
Did he make that?
Just motioning to the chainmail on him.
Yeah. Made it for everyone.
Amazing. That's good.
I'm Scott.
And?
This is my brother Richard.
Dan.
Hey.
Take it you guys know each other.
Yeah.
We go
Way back.
a long way back.
After school.
Convenient.
Small world.
Jin covers Scott back up and pushes him inside, and all the NPCs follow along. Does the player character stay outside, or do you go inside as well?
I guess we'll go in. NPCs can go in the lounge, and eat some food and stuff like that, and then.
As soon as they leave the scene, they just stop.
Yeah, they cease existing.
Okay, so they all go inside, and everyone does, take off their packs.
Picture them standing in a small room, just
Bowing down.
yeah, just like I Am Legend,
like
just
the hogs.
standing there, not moving, just
But yeah, they start to settle down. Lulu and Willow, because it's been raining, so they make sure the kids are okay, give them a change of clothes. They start handing out some bits of food, and I'm guessing there's couches and chairs and furniture. If anyone can, they just sit down, take a load of. Not a lot of small talk going on, as you can imagine from the events of the day. Everyone's a bit solemn, everyone's just. It's just not a good day. But what do you 5 do? 6 with Nick.
I leave the lantern in the center with all the others, and I kind of just stay off towards the side with the rest of them.
I unload the packs that I'm carrying and all the whatever I'm carrying, put it down onto wherever everything is, and then come back, still keeping my guns on me. So the only thing that's on my person would be the guns and my grenade.
That smoke.
That was us. Go on, we got hit by Great Barrier again. We were attacked, we thought, well, Skulk thought maybe they could help. They came and they helped, and then they had this device which just brought the dead to us. So we just burnt it all to the ground.
Speaking of, do you have something we can cover this window with, in case they don't want them seeing the light?
Yeah, I've got a smaller tarp. We can probably pull the curtains across as well. It's just for airflow. I didn't expect that anyone would come down this driveway.
Yeah, it's bit off the track.
I only stayed here because it was a known quantity for me.
So where did you go? We saw.
You got my note, right?
Yeah, thank God we saw that. Chloe went out looking for you apparently, and never heard from her again.
I've been travelling.
How far did you get?
Far.
How far's far?
Sweden.
I made it to Talbot.
It's good. How are things there? You.
It's kind of where everything started for me. We were on the way down to Wellington to play some shows, and I was just with me and a few friends, and we got up to there and we realised things were quite normal, you know. And I don't know, it's all gone so fast, but it seems like forever at the same time. We kind of. My plan was to go to Desert Road because, of course, that's where the army base is. There was fucking really no one left. Maybe like 4 or 5 of them. We managed to kind of hold everything off, and then we moved to kind of along to the coast, and we got signaled to the oil rig, and we ended up there for a year until we got over that because we were basically slaves. We moved on and we kind of sailed for a long time and ended up by Port Albert, and I lost all my team about a week ago in the forest. I saw something I'd never seen before. I mean, we've been so lucky the entire time. I feel naive to what Scott's been telling me about. I don't even know what's really been happening everywhere. I mean, we've been so isolated. And then I was in the forest with my team one night, and
Children?
yeah, I saw a kid.
You've seen.
Yeah,
Yep.
we came across a
Yeah.
couple of them.
Nice little things.
We lost a guy.
What are they?
They're us. They're the next ones.
Really, we don't know where they are.
Whatever they are, they're not just
It's the next step
people,
of whatever the dead are.
They come as people and bats, dogs.
Rats. As far as we can tell, it's just mammals. No fish. Dolphins are. What orcas are. Been attacked by both of them.
Just take an orca.
They eat each other.
Yeah.
We've seen the bats at least have been eating the other bats.
And the orcas, there was a boat surrounded by the undead, and the orcas were just tearing them up before they saw us and attacked us. They're fast, they're strong. They're at least as smart as us. The only thing we got on them is they feel fear. I've seen them scared.
It's different. So, you're on the move then?
Yeah. We're getting right the fuck out of here.
Where to?
We were going to discuss that.
Timbuktu, if we can make it there. But, you know.
I can take you.
I think
Away
us
from
being-
Great Barrier.
So, hold on, what?
It takes time, but it's more people than I like, but
with these new things, I think we need more people.
Are you, just since you did look around, are you intentionally keeping your voices? Because you're in a different room, right?
Yeah.
Are you just keeping your voices low so
just
they
kind
don't
of
hear?
I almost imagine like we're in the corridor away from the from the
or like in the
lounge.
kitchen or something.
Yeah.
Okay. You do just occasionally, like through the. I do not know what your house looks like, but I can assume from the corridor, lounge, kitchen. There's a, you know, you just occasionally see Frank just peeking out, but it's more just, right, you're still there, and then he goes back in, and that's what make any like maybe every couple of minutes. It's more just a reassurance, but yeah, you're keeping your voices low enough they can't hear you.
Where'd you get the case and the remote?
It's I just made them. I found the case, but I've made the light and everything. There's nothing in it.
Fucking sculpting.
Believe me, it's worked more than it should have.
Yeah, people these days are paranoid.
So you're on the oil rig. Wait, I don't know
Yeah,
anything. Yeah, but do I know anything? I kind of know you know stuff about that. Was anything mentioned to us before I sort of go down that line of questioning?
Asking the previous GM. I knew all about the oil fields and
Yes, you did.
Taranaki, but
Yeah.
I never shared it.
I don't
and
think you did. Yeah.
Little Great Barrier, when you went, didn't share anything with you. So this is
Yeah,
unless you in
cool.
real life know there are oil fields in Taranaki, this is the first like.
I'm trying to remember what
no,
the
'cause I-
Russians
I
told you. 'cause
do
they
know there
told
is,
you
but I
a
don't
lot
know
of
if we knew about the military
No,
being
I-
there.
Could have sworn we had a chat with the Russians about the fuel that.
They just said
Mine.
that. Remember, they said south. They said there was another
Yeah.
place south that they and the military were working on,
Alright,
but
cool.
they weren't.
Let's go.
specific.
Let's go with that. I won't go down any line of questioning for that. That's cool. Okay, now I've just lost my line of questioning.
I'm more interested in your way to Timbuktu.
Timbuktu is probably an exaggeration, but I have a ship. I have a boat.
No,
It's big enough.
no boats.
No boats.
I've been attacked by dolphins. Skulk lost his arm to a dolphin. I had to pull Scott out of the mouth of an orca.
It's
He
big.
lost his leg. It was the artificial one, but he lost his leg again.
I don't see us getting to space anytime soon. I think
It's pretty space orcas.
That's where you find the
Wherever-
aliens on
That SpaceX hasn't started working on New Zealand.
wherever you go, it's not gonna be great. But
How far have you gotten in your boat?
How big's the boat first?
far,
That's vague.
yeah.
Where is your boat?
Port Albert.
That's where we're
It's
going.
yeah. It's less than it's about a day if you're being careful.
Which way's Port Albert? Up or down?
It's to the west
West,
from
right.
here.
On the west coast.
West.
Whatever we do, we can't go through Dome Valley though, because that's where he'd been for a good long while, and that's where
Yeah, like 4 years, and it seemed
those
to
things.
fight around there, and then obviously those things found us. And then now, I don't think it's. We were just basically foraging, and there's a few dot cabins that we were, using for shelter and sweet greenhouses, but I don't think it's worth going back there. But I mean, we had a boat. My team had a boat too, so we have 2 boats, both sailboats.
Look, we got. There's just a few other things. We've got. They lost a person. Kidnapped.
Kidnapped.
Probably still alive, potentially.
Okay.
Slim chance, but
We got
No idea.
2 other people that are sort of part of our group that are on their way to go and get their other mates who are also taken.
There's also
Oh, I completely forgot about the Russians. Right, everyone roll a minus 40 perception check.
Nice.
I'm just going to roll Nick because, that's
Oh, yeah,
like me
roll-
doing
roll
that.
Nick.
Big time fail.
So 33. You pass.
Six fail.
Ooh! 5.
What's your perception? My perception is
45?
32, sorry, that's still a fail. So, fortunately. Shit.
With the modifiers,
Wrong.
you have to roll just the flat, the modified crit to crit.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, not your one.
Damn it!
So if you can't
many
fail in
times.
crit, you have to still succeed in crit.
Yeah. Damn it!
Okay, so Rich,
I rolled my unmodified perception.
you,
Fail
yeah?
as well.
Oh, you did fail.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone but Nick.
But Nick.
All right.
That is my first
all
crit
of
ever
you
and it
guys-
doesn't count.
All of you guys now roll intuition. Plus 20.
Is it 73?
Dude, we both got on the 70s. What's wrong?
God. 31, 73.
You haven't seen him in a while time.
I'm just
It's-
absorbed
Yeah,
by
we're pretty
Jake.
buzzed out, I think.
Yeah.
12 pass. For me.
37 pass.
I'll do Nick as well.
58 fail.
58 fail. Oh, no, Nick doesn't have to.
Alright.
Okay. As you guys are talking, you two,
I failed.
you two see Nick just like cock his head and like
What you see, boy?
he's like this. You can just see him like get to, like, you know, he starts frowning, cocking his head,
As soon as he does anything like that, I'll just sort of be like, everyone just.
and he goes, "Did we ever lose those dogs?"
No.
Dogs.
Sorry.
Not that we know of.
We heard dogs and whistling.
I think we started to.
And a
Don't know
chainsaw.
if we did.
He says, "I'm not entirely sure since it's raining, but I think I heard a bark."
I just go over
Which
towards.
direction?
From in here, I don't know. It's outside, clearly outside.
I go over towards a bag on the ground and I take out 2 poles and I can just screw them together. And there's a big spearhead on one end.
Get that lantern up.
And go to the room and hushing everyone in the room.
Everyone's really high strung.
real loud.
Did he say if it was loud or not, or like?
Okay. If you do ask, he goes, "It's very faint."
Yeah.
I first thought it was the wind, but I mean, after a few bites, you know it's a dog. Everyone inside quiets down immediately. The drill. Frank just kind of goes to you, quietly, but he's got mouths.
How do you do that? Go. Woof. That was we are supposed to be like dogs.
He nods, understanding, and like tells everyone just like to get down as well. I know there's curtains drawn and everything, but still, and everyone just like slowly gets down. Everyone gets something big and heavy to hit with. Those who have weight, like can't remember who's got guns, but everyone gets everything ready on the ground low.
Lights off for now. Everyone should be touching each other so that we know who we are. In the room, fucking perverts.
I undo my belt.
I go over towards the lantern in the center and just start to dim it down. And I kind of just motion for everyone to kind of get together if they can. And I just grab onto the nearest person next to me and I turn the light off.
Few moments pass. Now everyone just roll a flat perception check.
Pass for me. And pass for Nick, but only a 19.
Fail for me.
Fail.
Perception
Big
flat.
fail.
And
No. All right.
passed.
It's all this heavy breathing, it's just too much.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
all the touching. All right. So you two passed. Everyone. I mean, to be fair, it's close. Everyone has closed all the windows. You do just hear everyone has the sounds and the rain on the roof and everything. But now you as well. You can hear dogs. You know, it's not just one. You're not sure if it's how many there are, but it's not a pack. There's a few, maybe less than a handful of dogs, but you can distinctly hear their barks. At the moment, you can't tell where it is because you're still inside the house, but they are closer now, since now you can clearly hear them as well. And Nick, who's I presume right next to you, he just whispers very quietly to everyone, and he just goes, "They're getting closer."
I say, Jake, is there an easy way to get on your roof at all?
Yeah. Stairs. There's a little attic with a window out.
I'll follow.
Could be a good idea. Maybe I could just try and get. Is there if it's, I guess, from memory, because I think I've been there. If there's like a slant in the roof, maybe from whatever direction they're coming, maybe get on the roof.
Is it a
Hide behind.
two-story house or a one-story?
It's one story with an attic, yeah.
Yeah, it's small. Yeah.
I will join you.
Be
I'm
careful.
gonna go up.
Nick goes as well. He
Yeah.
Yeah.
feels around until he gets one of them moving and
As they're about to leave,
get killed.
be
Yeah.
careful. I hope not. But there could be Great Barrier people with these dogs.
Okay. Well, I say we'll try not to shoot, but it's good that we get a vantage point.
Yep.
Someone get a
Be ready for people with guns.
You got a radio with them?
Yeah.
Alright, well, Take Scott's radio. Give it to Scott. Hence the
How appropriate.
Sure thing, Squibbard.
I'm gonna move towards the front door. If I hear anything outside, anything trying to get in. Fuck it, no, window actually. And I start to move towards the broken window at the front.
You have a spear, you have a...
I've got a pistol and a rifle, just like a 22. But I'm a good shot because I spent a long time practicing with the army.
Yes.
And Nick's
I'm not the
Nick's
only
got
one
a...
with a
What
gun.
does Nick actually have again?
His bow.
His bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Elf Nick.
I'm going to put tactical helmet back on, goggles over the front, and breather up.
Yeah. Like my gear comes up as well.
Okay, so Scott goes to the front window, the broken.
Yeah, I completely forgot to describe what I was actually wearing as well. I've actually got on an old school Spanish breastplate on my front, and just kind of.
Well, you taking a piss or?
No, I'm being legitimately serious. I'm legitimately serious, but it was covered up before with the parka over the top of it, and just like kind of Kevlar gloves and motorcycle kind of gear that you'd have on
sleeping heavier.
on the legs and in that. Yeah. I wasn't sleeping yet.
Talk about the antique museum and their travels, I see.
Okay, Senor Scott.
Time travel, actually.
Goes to the window.
Yes.
I would like. I'm trying to remember who had them. I think Scott had them.
What, we're just going to raid Scott's body?
The night vision binocs.
I had a pair.
You had a pair.
And Scott
had a pair.
Yeah.
I will grab Scott's pair and join Scott by the window.
Everyone's just saying she loves Scott.
Right, you go next. You go next to Jane, and you just start
Find
feeling
out.
around. She just goes, "What do you want?" You go, "The binocs."
Vultures.
She comes out and gives you the night vision pair. You go next to Senor.
Yes.
Senor Scott.
And you're okay on the way to the roof. You two. You're on the way to the roof.
Yes.
Where do you want to go?
Well, I'm not going to make the same mistake we made at the farm batch, so I'm going to go outside and hide somewhere.
Okay, out the back, out the front.
Where are the dogs coming from?
At the moment, you just hear them outside. Do you want to spend some time at the back, like at the back door, at the front door, to see where you can hear them?
Yeah.
Right. Just roll a plus 20. No, what was they last time? Flat. Plus 30 perception check.
27 bars.
Right. They're coming from the front.
Front.
So I'm guessing that's clearly the roadside of the
Well,
property.
it's
Leads up to.
real long driveway.
From that side.
I'm just right up against the curtain, just kind of spear laying on the windowsill, and just kind of face right up against the curtain.
So you two definitely hear them coming from the front. So you go out the back door.
Him coming from the front, I'll just go out, probably the back, and then sort of sneak around. There's some trees. So you've got the driveway here, house here, sort of parking here and here, the garage is here, sheds over there. There's like a little garden and trees here, so I'll be sort of hiding in there.
Okay.
It's kind of down a bit of a.
Yeah,
But
really
it's
steep
as well.
driveway. Yeah,
So you could
it's quite steep.
probably in a pretty good situation to like see them coming. From
Yeah.
Okay, so they're coming from the
They'll have
top
to
and
go
Yeah,
down.
you guys on the roof would see fucking anyone coming from around there. Yeah.
So in the attic, you three, are you wanting to get out onto the roof or just like at the attic window looking
I want
out?
to get to a point where, so if we know that the dogs are coming from the front, then if there's a window facing.
No, if not windows to the other side, so you would have to get out to the front of the roof.
Yeah, I
Climb
guess
onto
we'll
the
just
roof.
get out and then keep the attic door open or whatever.
I'm
just so
gonna
we can-
climb up to the roof, and then you're gonna see the big friggin' sniper rifle with a silencer in front come out, and I'm gonna stand down and.
I thought my 22 was like I said, maybe we should make some noise. Be careful, like you said, if this is these people you seem to think they might be with these dogs. So
Rich, do you also go to the front? Looking over the front of
yeah,
the
like I
property?
guess it would be more like
Leopard crawling.
put the gun up, kind of or like it doesn't have scopes, just kind of just keeping low, like using the kind of top of the brick line to kind of.
Nick then kind of like on the angle of the roof, he kind of like lies back and he whispers to you that he'll look out the back.
Cool.
Okay. First, okay, you two, everyone on the you two and Jake, can you just roll a perception check for me, please?
Flat?
Just flat.
Oh, that's a 100.
It's a really fail.
I fell off the roof.
Fail.
67 fail.
Oh, damn it. Maybe I was hoping like that was something the most important roll so far, for it would be the first pass of the game. No.
Do we all fail? Do we all fail?
Yeah,
You
I
all
can
fail.
shoot, but I can't see.
What about Nick? Does Nick?
He's looking out the back. So he's at the moment. You can still hear the bar.
Can he get a minus in roll as well?
Yeah, and I'm not looking, I'm just.
Oh, right, you got night vision. Roll like plus 50.
Plus 50?
Yeah.
Hey, what time is it? It's quite early morning, isn't it?
On
Evening. Yeah.
It's now about, because it was sunset at the end of the last bit. So this is, it's with the rain and everything, this is now black.
Oh,
Dark.
shit.
Yeah, that's just.
Yeah, the sun has completely set in with the clouds and everything, and it's raining.
15.
Pass. You
Night vision.
you saw Jake going to his little bush. Coming from the top of the driveway, you see something moving on his side of the tree line. You're not sure what. You just, in the night vision, you saw a flash, a little bit brighter green than the background green, and then a shaking of a bush. About a good 20-25 meters up the driveway from Jake. And this, this is clearly something, I wouldn't say unnatural, but it's not just the wind. You weren't sure that something moved into the bushes on his side of the road.
Okay. Shit, I can't upload them without giving its position. I'm gonna keep watching that and just whisper over to New Scott.
Don't forget, just so you know, and you would know, I have radios with in-ear communication.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did that.
I'm going to use the radio as a set of clicks, which you understand effectively as a sort of thing saying, I don't see shit, it's pitch black out here. Point me in the right direction.
So,
But just immediately, Dan, do you want to do anything, or just like, just keep
what was your
watch?
whisper?
Well, hang on. Yeah, I forgot they had their in-helmet communication. So I'll, pull out my walkie. And just, quietly through that.
What exactly do you tell Jake?
Jake, movement ahead of you in the bushes. Was same side as him, or?
Yeah,
Same
on
side,
his
yeah.
side of the driveway.
Oh yeah. Double
Your
click.
side driveway.
Double click for confirmation. And sort of be looking there and being more secretive, being more sneaky.
More sneaky.
More sneaky.
Okay, but you want to stay present at your position.
Yeah, because we're so just so you, that's hard because what's in your head is not what's in my head. So driveway there, paddock there, and so if I stay here, I can get the jump on them because they can't come from that side unless they jump a fence, which then they're completely open.
So on one side of the driveway is a fence with a paddock, and the other side is bushes.
Other side sort of lawn, then bushes, quite a big lawn. So if they're coming down the driveway, if they wanted to go towards us or towards the house, sneak around the house and not go through the open field, they would have to jump into a paddock, which means they've got to jump a fence.
So behind you is the paddock.
To my left, and it's right at the side of the driveway.
Yes.
So confused.
I know.
But there is between you and the driveway, on your side of the driveway, bushes.
Yeah.
You're in
Okay.
bushes,
Yeah.
Okay, so they don't have to come through you or go into the open.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Either on your right or your left, they'll have to go into the open if they want to get past you.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your perception level?
37.
Okay.
I'm not Nick.
So I haven't heard anything yet, have I?
You would have Dan.
You would have heard.
With that, Dan was
right
right
next
next
to
to you. So when you whispered that
Yeah.
there's something in the bushes on his side, you would have heard this.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable him being out there by himself. I know we've got people watching, but I'm gonna make my way outside.
Sure. If this is Great Barrier,
Louder, is it?
you don't want to get caught in the open by them.
Oh, I'm not going to go out the front. I'm going to go out the back door, and I'm going to try to sneak.
Sort of the same way, like on Jake's side.
Yeah, around that side if I can. I won't be able to see where he is, but I'm just going to get within that region. So if I hear commotion,
And I'll
act.
Scott coming from behind.
You guys are on point today. Okay, as Scott, as you exit the back door and you hear Scott coming from behind, you see and then hear in split-second succession, even in the pitch blackness, you see a shape about the distance from me to you.
Oh shit.
And then, and then you hear a howl. A dog's howl. Just not like a zombie howl, just a regular dog's howl.
Zombie wolves?
You just see
Does
like
that
this
mean I have to roll for my mental wound?
Werewolf.
Oh
yes.
Werewolf. There you
I have a
go.
mental wound for...
Werewolves.
What's label wound?
Grievous.
Grievous. So minus 15 to your will skill check. While this
That's the
happens.
one that... Could you check the sheet to tell me exactly what my will score is? Because that's the one thing you didn't tell me.
We won't do
Well,
this.
you can roll it and see. If it's real high, then you know.
Hey man,
Yeah.
don't shame me.
54, so 39. 39 or under.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, you do have a sigil.
Yeah, run sigil.
How much?
41.
41.
So close. If
I'm
you
going
had
to
a
sigil
sigil.
that. I will
Okay.
sigil that, yeah.
Your one and only sigil.
Yeah.
One and only sigil. Come on.
How much?
50.
50. So that's what? 11 above. You take a minor mental wound, but that's going to be gone by the end of the encounter. And you immediately just freeze up.
Yeah.
And Rich, you hear him.
I'm
The next
regulating.
few seconds afterwards, you just hear him like absolutely hyperventilating. And it's quite loud, even in the rain.
Yep.
Okay. Jake, that was the dog's
Right,
turn.
so it was instant.
You just saw the dog come forward. Like as soon as he comes into your line of sight in this dark rain, he just goes and they
I just pointed him. No, throw a knife.
throwing knife. Right. What I can't remember what you normally roll for that. Shoot or fight? Do you?
Fight or go.
Oh, for your... Well, it's yeah, do you have a speciality?
No, I
for
don't.
knives?
I can't remember.
No.
Because in the past, did you always?
Yeah,
fight?
we just went with fight last time.
I mean,
We'll
really,
consistent.
it should be shoot.
Should be?
But
Alright.
because it's not a specialization.
Yeah,
Right,
We'll
okay.
say for consistency's sake.
I suppose it depends on the range somewhat.
With Grieves
It was a
mental
long
wounds,
time. This is
I have
literally
to
from.
get three
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like trying to hit something with a knife from here is
Okay, then I'll just
not trying to
we're gonna
help the guy at 20.
flip that around. I'll just charge and grapple.
Charge and grapple. Right. Roll.
So how much do I get for charge?
Plus 20.
Plus 20. Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got 100 with your grapple. So that's whatever you roll plus 20.
So it's 49 then.
You rolled a 14 in total. 49.
In total 49, yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately,
Grab
no.
his leg.
You go for it. You charge, you do a proper like rugby tackle to get this dog, and you wrap your arms around his midriff. And as he goes out, you can feel it's a he. As like this wet dog, you can say it's a smooth. You can feel it's a smooth-haired dog. Just wriggles out of your grip, just as you.
But I'm feeling here, right?
You're feeling hair.
Okay.
This is like you can feel wet dog hair, and even 3 or 4 months you can go, oh yeah, that's a wet dog.
All right, yeah. Yeah.
And the dog is out, and
We can see.
you just see the okay. We'll just say to what happens. You see the dog moving out of the bushes at a rapid pace. Pretty much it's everyone's turn now until the dog comes against. That was the dog who was at the very top of the list.
Was I able to see any of that?
You were like opening the back door, and then
Yeah,
you just
yeah,
heard
yeah.
oh. And
Yeah, I'm gonna start like just effectively running around the side, like getting rid of me sneaking at that point.
Okay.
If I can hear something's there, I'm gonna run around the side and try and catch sight of of
Okay.
what was
You get
causing the condition.
for your understanding, you get around to the side, and then you once again see this very, in the darkness, a very pale, light-colored dog, still just like in mid-stroke, moving up the driveway.
Just a question about the dog. How big was it?
I would say about on its, if it was standing up, about the size of this table, maybe
Big
a
dog.
bit. It
dog.
was a skinny dog as well. You felt it was extremely skinny and a very tall dog as well.
Yeah, but definitely hairy.
Definitely hairy.
Just reiterating that. And like I said, it smells. All I have a mask on for I can smell it.
So, with the failure and the mental wound, does that mean that I turn us
I would say yes. This turn.
Can just because of that, can I? My instinct with the dog is to report that it's just a dog, just a normal dog.
Yeah, I would
Like
say
if I have a second just to quickly radio that and go normal dog, like normal dog.
That's all. Yeah. So you just go.
Doggo.
You just then hear normal dog. Between Richard and Dan, who wants to go next?
Could be a dog wearing a fur coat.
Well, mine will be easy. I'm going to have my hand crossbow out, but I'm just going to be aiming that direction and still watching, just in case there is a handler that follows behind it.
Okay. Speaking of that, you don't see a handler, but I was going to say, as with the normal dog, you hear the dog whimpering as it runs away. It's definitely normal. So you just keep kind of like looking out.
So, yeah. Also, I'll put the binoculars down because I've only got the one hand.
Oh, right.
So I'll up on the windowsill and so yeah, tracking it as it goes. But I'm watching to see if there's other dogs or a person that follows that might be a higher priority. Since this isn't mauling Jake.
Yeah, can I still have sight of the dog?
I'm guessing the whole way it runs up. So you've got about maybe a good 3 seconds of sight on this dog as it moves up the driveway. It's not the
So
best.
it's running off kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the best light since it is dark and rainy.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing dark colour driveway. And the
Grass
Oh,
now.
it's all grassy now. Yeah.
It's all grassy. So yeah, you see this light shape on the dark grass moving up upwards. So most definitely you see this dog.
I'd probably just radio that it's. This for people who are still on side as well, that or people that don't know a good side on it, that it's moving its way back to the driveway. I'd probably not take a shot, just noise for now, and see if it comes back. It's kind of quite hostile. It's trying to run off. And was it? You could tell it was infected.
No, as far as it's not one of those new ones. It's
Yeah.
not one of those.
Yeah.
From anything you could tell it was normal.
But it ran away.
You've seen
It
like
went-
infected living things, and they always just yell and attack anyway, and the new ones are hairless. So it just seemed like a normal dog. And when it crests the rise and disappears, you hear another dog bark and another couple of howls.
Every time I hear a howl?
No. You're hyperventilating it.
You're already in a
I'm already had.
Yeah.
Would that change his mental wound now that he knows it's just a normal dog?
That's what I'm saying. Nothing will happen. He's like, oh, it's just a dog.
I'm gonna not hearing like like combat happening with Jake here or a commotion. I'm going to just start to try and sneak towards him, just to try and carefully make my way towards where I saw this dog and where I might be able to catch sight of him.
Of the dog?
No, of Jake.
Of Jake. Okay. Are you masking your sound as you move?
Yeah, I'm trying to sneak along.
All right, just roll stealth. Roll
I
perception.
have a speciality in sneaking,
Oh. No.
Fail miserably.
which I almost got a crit on.
Ooh.
68 success.
Okay. Just roll investigate as well, plus 40. Now, hang on, what did you roll? 68 success.
68 success.
Right, plus 68 to your investigation
Oh.
check.
Okay. All right. I didn't need it because that's 16.
Okay.
So-
you sneak up behind Jake, and Jake, you just feel a hand. Or, okay, however you want to approach him.
Yeah. I just give him like a.
Grapple.
Right, you see a bit of a shit crap, and then you turn around. It's done.
Grapple hard. It's just a normal dog. Big normal dog. But they know we're here.
Okay. Is it just a pack?
I
Hungry?
only heard two. If it was hungry, I think it would have attacked me. It saw me and it howled. We heard the whistle. It's working with someone. There's a trainer here. It's a handler.
So, are we gonna go after after this thing, or are we going to wait here?
He knows where we are. If he's going to come here. We don't know where it went.
Watching the direction it went on.
Okay. You've heard that the howls have now subsided into just like, it's to you guys very faint barking, but you can hear it sounds like excited, that sort of yapping that dogs do when they're excited about something. So it's not an angry bark or anything. It sounds, so it's quieted down for you. It's become fainter because of the rain, but it's changed the tone as well.
If there are dogs out here, we should go back inside. Let them come to us if they need to. The others are on the roof. If they come from a distance, if it's a pack of them, if they're trying to...
We have more advantage inside.
Right, okay, I'm going to go towards the front.
Yeah, I'll follow.
I'll just start trying to ease my way back towards the front.
Front of the house?
Yeah.
Or
the
up?
house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone, you two on the roof, and Nick's now come onto that side, your side as well. You see these two walk towards the front of the house.
I'm just going
and
to...
you see...
Bynard's back up watching where it crested over.
I'm just going to have the door slightly ajar and just have spare tip out.
Just the tip?
Okay, so you've both now just come into the house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you three on the roof, and you see two dogs move down the driveway, and they go into the bushes where Jake was.
Yeah, it's radio for, I guess.
Come side boy.
Yeah, Nick will aim. And yeah, we're ready for it. I don't know if this is an attack or just someone, I don't know.
Just keep watching
The road?
Yeah.
Okay, the dogs come out of the bushes where you two came out. One goes to the back, goes around the side of the house where you walked out, and one comes up towards the front of the house. When you do that, the dog just barks at you like a loud ruff. Not, once again, you don't see that this is an aggressive dog. It's just more that you say something, ruff, going to say something back.
Do we have like salted fish or some food?
Dog's favourite food. Fish.
Yeah, I don't know, I was thinking some fish or some food. With food, we could just chuck to those dogs.
Well, you've got your supply of food.
You do have food.
With that sort of loud bark, I freak the fuck out and blind fire at it.
Okay, is it like on the roof? Can you look straight down, or is it like a patio or something?
Yeah, it's on which side, front or back?
From the front. It's like a covered patio.
It's got a little roofy thing.
Covered patio.
Yeah.
So you want, because the dog would be right under, would be underneath that patio.
Cool. I won't find it.
Okay.
I'm effectively
Still freak out.
The dog's wagging its tail, just saying as well.
I'm keeping the spear at a
My gun
distance.
starts to twitch. Just
But you do hear the dog walking around the back, and everyone inside you can hear scratching on the back door.
so I hear a dog walking along the back.
Yeah.
I'm turning around. Gun in that direction.
There's a roof over there.
Yeah, I know. I'm
These dogs are safe.
I'm just fucking freaking out. Fucking dogs!
Yeah.
I'll just be like, I'll probably be like, take it easy. You watch the back, I watch the front. And then I guess
Gotcha.
I think Nick has already. Looked
Nick will
as
say
well,
he'll
yeah.
keep an eye out on the top of the driveway then as well.
Yeah, cool. So I guess me and Nick up front.
Yeah.
You got that.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll grab a little bit of food and chuck it out to the dog.
Further out, so he moves like just like in front of the dog.
Just sort of where the dog is.
Okay, he stops. He starts to sniff at it, and then he starts eating the food. The dog at the back, you hear, and if you look, you see him move around the same side back, and come to the front of the house as well, and also does like a big bark when he sees the food and everyone inside. So he goes like, ruff, ruff, and he tries to like lick up whatever food you threw out on the ground as well.
Just keeping the front door as like a bit of like a crack with just the spear sticking through.
Yeah, so I'll be on the door. So we'll control it sort of that way.
Okay. When the food's done, okay, who's actually looking out directly at these dogs in front?
Us two.
Would you see from the broken window?
No.
If they were looking through the curtain.
No, I'm specifically watching it up.
Okay.
Still waiting for a handler.
You can see that these dogs. You can see the bones like
Yeah.
sticking out. They're skinny dogs, and then when they're both finished, they look back up and they start barking excitedly and start moving closer to the door, barking. Something. Do they do the little hop tippy taps?
I don't want to kill
barking,
these dogs,
but-
man.
I go.
Do we close up?
I grab like a pillow or whatever, and fucking I want it on my arm, and I'm gonna go and pet the dog.
So you walk.
So I'm gonna be like, pillow wrapped around there, tied on, severely tied on, and if they attack, go for it.
We need to quiet those dogs down.
If he starts going outside, I'm gonna go out as well. Close the door behind me so they can't rush in, and I'm just gonna stand behind him, spear out.
Want you to do both dogs do a bit of like a back pedal. One yelps, and you think it's the one you got a hold of, and he scarpers back up the road. The other one's the first one who got there just barks again, does the whole tippy taps, looks quite excited about it. And you move closer to the dog, you can pet him. He doesn't seem to be aggressive in this light. You can go, there you go. Or on camera, there you go.
I was sort of radio into there's some dog walls inside him. I just fill the dog walls up with water and get some water out here.
To be fair, it is raining, so I mean,
That is raining, isn't it? Put the balls outside in the rain.
there you go. Cheap bastard.
Don't forget, we're being followed. They won't shut up.
Is it shutting up?
The one, no, it's like sorry. So when you start patting it, yeah. The other one, no, it's yelping and it ran and it's running up. When it goes to the top, it starts howling again, and the dog looks around and like starts standing up.
Yeah.
Do you like try to calm the dog down, or do you just let it stand up, whatever it wants to do?
Start patting it, calm it down.
Okay, then it just starts again as it's sitting, its tail's wagging.
If it howls consistently, I'm going to aim at it.
Oh, sorry. It did the same thing, ran up and out of view.
Up and over.
Oh,
okay.
And the same,
out of view.
Yeah. So I'm not sorry in particular, but the same thing that happened last time. It ran out, started howling.
The roof through.
Is there a tree line at the top?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
So it's out of
I presumed
Sweet.
from looking at it. Yeah.
Yeah. So most of the way, the driveway starts going through. You got bushes. This is way out. You can't see it. Then it comes down. Then there's trees. But there's like a big bush east side, and then it sort of fizzles out into land.
You do, however. Do you have a night scope or anything on you?
I don't have a night scope, but
Okay.
I've got a pretty
Good
high-powered.
scope.
You have a night scope?
I can't remember.
No, the other gun that I gave away had it.
Yeah, the other guy. Yeah, the other guy said
Okay.
we didn't
With your-
had it.
With your night vision, though, you do see a figure walking in. Can you just roll a perception plus 20 just to see if you see it?
Me or
Noticed. No, just you.
me.
He's got night vision. He can see it. There
So
you go.
just standard perception.
Yeah, plus 20 because you got a scope.
Hey, 31 pass.
Okay, you both see a figure walking out, and then everyone through the rain hears the crackle of a megaphone opening up. You know that sort of like squeal as it goes?
Immediately, my scope is trained on the dude's. I'm aiming for his head, but I'm taking aim action effectively if I see him.
Okay. He, as he yells out, he yells, he doesn't have to yell, he's on a megaphone. He says, "Whomever is in the house, come out. We have you surrounded." And then you can see he takes the megaphone away and he whistles. And as soon as he whistles, the dog starts looks back and goes at a trot, not really quick, but just goes at a trot up towards him.
I fucking hate dogs, man.
Can I get a good look at him with the night vision?
What you can see is what looks like a mishmash of clothing. It's like a jacket on. You see it looks like he's wearing two different types of pants over each other, something like 3/4 over jeans or something, and he's wearing half a jacket on this side. His face seems to be covered. He's got something that he pushed up, and it's got a megaphone in front of his face.
I'm gonna radio through to everybody and say, I've got him in my sights. Just give the word, and then I'm going to release the thing for the radio, and I'm going to look towards Richard and say, he said he's got us surrounded. Look around.
Yeah.
Nick says,
After that, I'll...
I mean, I probably be out of range for my rifle anyway, so I'll just be looking around. And
It's not Great Barrier.
In with night vision, keep looking around.
Then I'll start searching. I'll start searching tree lines around.
Do you want to go for a walk?
Yeah.
This entire time I'm going to keep him, like, aimed right at his head.
Stay close to each other.
Scott and I are going up. If we start running, you start shooting.
Gotcha.
Out the front door?
Well, we're already
kind of
already
already
out.
outside.
You're already
Yeah.
out the front door.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just going to try and stay in line with him, just off to the right-hand side of him.
Okay. And as you two walk out into the rain, that is where we'll end the first session of Chapter 1, Season 4.
Yes, thank you very much for joining us for today's session. A little different, a little surprising. I hope we managed to surprise you. I hope we actually managed to surprise you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, something was...
Oh, the lot of curries
Something was
at home.
coming. I picked up on it. Like, everything clicked into place as soon as you started to describe the thing. I was like, that's a very Scott thing to do. There's nothing in that box.
Should have bluffed him. Just go like, no.
Please do join us in the next... We'll find out what's happening with this man with the megaphone and the dogs. For now, I've been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay brave.